The E2008 was one of the first cars that we ever filmed for the Eden Motor Group YouTube channel. And today I'm happy to say that I get to drive the brand new one. This is the brand new 2024 Peugeot 2008. Let's get started. First off, it is a handsome looking car. It's had some chin work at the front, a bit of an eye lift over there, some claw lights here, and a much more overall muscular exterior. There's been some changes on the inside as well. It's still kept the seats though, which I'm very happy about. The quality of the interior is still very high. I mean, if you were choosing between this and its competitors, you could definitely do worse for the money. Peugeot, I feel, have streamlined the design. Those claw headlights, for example, which were previously only available on the GT, are now across the entire range of cars. The three specs return with the Active, Allure and GT. And while stocks last, there is also a first edition which builds on the GT with a lot of optional extras popped in. The price at launch for the 2008 starts at £24,170. Although if you want to know the current offers, there's a link in the video description which will take you to everything you need to know, all of the current offers and everything in between. The car is a similar size to its predecessor. That means you get 1.4 meters of shoulder and elbow room and nearly a meter of headroom. Very spacious indeed. You also get a nice 434 litres of boot space, but with the seats folded flat, that grows by over 1,000 litres to 1,467. I've mentioned already about how much I love the seats. They're the same shape no matter which Peugeot you buy, whether it's the Allure, the GT, the EV, the petrol. Today we're in the EV. You still get the signature flat bottom, flat top steering wheel. So I still feel like a racing driver while going around these industrial estates at 30. You also get all of the screens facing you, so you feel cocooned and safe with all of the instruments facing where you want. It's not claustrophobic, mind you, it feels more ergonomic than anything else. Yes, that's right, I use big words like ergonomically now. There is also an app for the EV version too. This is called the My Peugeot app. You get charge management, you get to preheat the car or precondition the car. You can also see logs and statistics of how you drive and how in theory far you'll be able to go on a charge. It's all really useful stuff. The range for this car is up to 250 miles WLTP. And I can believe that because we've done an awful lot of driving today and we haven't charged it and we're still at 75%. So I'd say that's probably pretty accurate. Depending on which trim you get in the petrol, you'll get between 48.9 and 53.2 miles to the gallon. And the electric 2008 is going to give you 158.1 PS. And for the petrol, you're going to be getting a nifty 102 PS or 132 PS, again, depending on which specification you choose from. And while I can't demonstrate it today, you do get a rather smooth 6-speed manual gearbox, that is, or a rather wonderful 8-speed auto, if you prefer the automatics. That's a double clutch system and is incredibly smooth. Going through the specifications is rather simple, to be honest. We start with the Active. This gives you 16-inch Silome wheels, diamond black door mirrors, a horizontal checkered radiator grille as well, the new Peugeot Shield badge, automatic air conditioning with pollen and carbon activated filters, you get rear parking sensors as standard, you get Peugeot's iCockpit compact steering wheel, the flat bottom and flat top I mentioned before, you get a 10-inch capacitive color touchscreen display and a 3.5 digital gauge cluster as well. You get active braking for pedestrians, you get eco LED headlights too, you get wireless Apple CarPlay, and you get Android Auto as well on the base model. The base one. Remember when base models used to be full of nothing but the air in the car? You wouldn't even get air conditioning. That was like 10 years ago. Don't think that's where it stops though, because we also have the Allure, which is the mid-spec model, the mid-range, the Goldilocks model. You get 17-inch diamond-cut alloy wheels on the upgrade. You get body-coloured vertical slates on the grille now too. You get gloss black rear bumpers, gloss black roof bars, a tri-metal casual, and I'm going to butcher this, Losma embossed fabric leather effect cloth seat trim with quartz stitching for the details. You also get Peugeot's iConnect. You get 2 USB-C sockets at the front, you get 1 USB-C at the rear and 1 USB-A in the rear as well. You get parking sensors at the front and the rear now. You get an electrochromatic rear view mirror, another big word. I've done 2 today. You get a central armrest with storage available too. You get an e-parking brake, a modular boot floor. It's all here. You get a 10-inch HD capacitive touchscreen display, and you get a configurable head-up instrument gauge cluster as well. Finally, we come to the GT, the top-of-the-range model. It's what we're in today. That comes with a black diamond roof. You get a wireless charger as well. You get a 3D instrument gauge cluster. You get full LED headlights with smart beam assist, so they'll dip automatically for you. You get these gorgeous dynamic seats with the beautiful green stitching, which kind of matches around the rest of the car as well. You get this adamite perforated steering wheel, which feels lovely in the hands. And you get 8-color personalized ambient lighting. And even though it's a little bit dark today, I can't show you that because it is still too light. But at nighttime, trust me, it is rather suave. You get HD reversing camera too, which is of really nice quality, to be fair. Check this out. You get keyless entry and keyless start as well. Now there are some options that you can pick on the Allure, and you can pick the driving assist pack. This includes adaptive cruise control, lane positioning assist. This also includes stop and go function for that radar cruise. You can also get a wireless charger, heated seats, keyless go, as well as a nav camera pack too. There is also an option for a pano roof, although on days like today, you probably wouldn't want that. It'll just remind you of how miserable it is outside. And for the GT, you can actually get an Alcantara leather mix for the seats if you wanted even more nicer seats. I messed that one up a little bit, I think. The driver pack is also available, and various camera and nav options too. So let's talk about the drive. While we were filming earlier, it was nice and sunny, so yeah, you'll actually see the car in all of its glory. But the drive feels very similar to the old 2008. That's not a bad thing, by the way. The old 2008 felt really, really comfortable. Obviously, it's a higher up car than the 208, so it's not going to feel super sporty, but it does hug the road really rather well. And as well as that, the steering, because you've got such a small steering wheel, feels direct and nippy. The acceleration in the EV is nice, as all EVs are when you're accelerating, but this one seems to have almost a smoother torque delivery, which kind of makes it feel more like a normal car and not an EV, more like an ICE car. That's not a bad thing. It just makes everything feel more luxurious. That's the word I'm looking for. As I mentioned before, steering sharp. The brakes are very good. Somebody nearly went into the back of me earlier. Won't mention that to the boss. And the pedals have a really nice quality feel about them as well. The footrest is in the perfect spot. So if you're going to go on longer journeys, then definitely paying the slight extra bit of money for the 2008 over the top of the 208 is something I would recommend, because this is really luxurious and really comfortable. If you want to find out more about the 2008, don't forget to click that link in the video description down below. And perhaps maybe have a look at this older video we did of the 408. I wasn't as good as making videos back then, so, you know, I do apologize, but we'll see you next time. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.